Back at it, guys. You guys fully know me, working on a 1984 C10 now, kicking ass on an 84 k20. C10's frame snapped and that was it. So I've had this thing about a year. It's my plow truck. Bought a house, 800-foot driveway. Enough said, needed it. So this thing's got a lot of mess going on here, and I'm not going to get into it now. Just follow me and you'll see the videos to come as I shoot them out. So what we're doing today is the steering column. You might have already seen some of my videos pertaining to the current steering column. That's fucked up. It's got the looseness going on. I don't think one of the bearings are shot because I did the Torx bolts last year and it didn't do a damn thing. So this thing is toasted. Got me a replacement steering column. Might not be entirely the right year as far as the electrical are concerned, but it's gonna bolt up and that's all there is to it. So searching around, I haven't found really a video doing a steering column removal swap. So of course I'm gonna put one out there. If there is one, it doesn't have the keywords needed to find it, but it looks pretty straightforward. If I look at this steering column, looks like 2 bolts here, bunch of little tiny ass bolts for the firewall plate, and a few bolts down there for the connection at the steering box, and that looks pretty much it. So lucky me, this one came with a key. I don't have to do a tumbler swap. But yeah, just gonna get this done and see what happens. So as you can see, I've already removed the steering wheel that needs to come off because I don't have a replacement steering wheel for, or I should say this one doesn't already have one on it, so I'm gonna reuse what I got. Started off right under here. One here, one here. These are 15 mil. Just like that, comes loose. The reason this thing's all torn apart too is because there were mouse nests everywhere. There were mouse nests in the gauge cluster. There was mouse nests in the heater box. Heater core was gone. I had to do that. Wiring's all screwed up in this thing, so I just tore it down. I figured it'd be easiest, not only that, but to also do the steering column to have it all torn apart. So I've done a whole bunch of rewiring already. There's still a crap load more to go. But under here, I'm pretty sure these are the same size. Seem a little loose. This is a 15, so I'm gonna have to get a different wrench, probably a metric. Seems like they switched over this year. Half the shit's metric, half it's standard. So but it seems pretty straightforward. Those 2 bolts, these 2 bolts, and a few behind that mess for the firewall plate, and this thing should just drop down and just pull right out. So a couple wirings to watch out for. What's in a little more rewiring, you know, but we'll get it done. So here we go. You're gonna need two items, socket and a wrench. Got a 14 on the ratchet and a 13 on the wrench. There's 2 of those. Just an easy. Sure you know how it's done. Not gonna explain much there. So get that done and you're almost done. But this ain't one of my greatest videos. I really don't care. It is what it is though. Showing you what you need to see. Yeah, she's rough. Sure fuck is rough. The bed was damn near non-existent when I got it. The tank was holding maybe about 3 or 4 gallons, the guy said that I bought it from. So I got a, my neighbor actually gave me a plastic tank that nicely came out of a Chevy, so at least it's all GM products on here. But the plan is to use these pallets to make a permanent flatbed. I'm going to still utilize the square tail lights. I've actually got the old bed. These inner wheel wells are spotless. This whole bed was junk, but the inner wheel wells are spotless, so I'm going to incorporate those into the flatbed. So I think it's going to look pretty freaking badass. That's all I care about. I don't care what you think. Yeah, this thing is definitely rough around the edges. Got busted leaf springs on both the rears, so I actually got some 1-ton for the front and rear. The rears are practically just basically horizontal. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but I don't know if you can tell. Practically horizontal, and the freaking plow ain't even on there, so that beat the shit. So I'm gonna do the front and the rear. I don't know if I'm gonna get that done by snowfall to actually push snow, but she freaking pushed snow last year as rough as she is now. And yeah, so tuning her up, getting the old bitch fucking roadworthy. She'll be sweet. I don't care. Get her done. Stand by. Alright, so it turns out I went with what I do here, 14. Yep, 14 on the ratchet, and the 13 was just a little too loose, so turns out the other side was ½ inch. So got those nuts off the bolts. It looks like the bolts are quite possibly welded in there, or maybe seized. I really don't freaking know. I'll find out when I pull the steering column out. Ain't never done this before, like most shit. I learn as I go. So pulled out this freaking rat's nest, waste of weight bullshit. I'll burn that someday, maybe tomorrow, tonight, who knows. So we got this plate here, and silly me didn't get the dimensions before shooting this, so one of these could be it. Stand by. Thought I was all set and ready to go. Get all these bolts out. Turns out they were 10 mil. Go figure. Everything's a freaking 10 mil. I would highly recommend. It looks like dropping this down. This plate here is going to be in the way. 2 Phillips. Took that off. Unplugged the electricals, and it's not coming anywhere, so I look to see what's holding me up. And where did it go? Right under here. You can see right there. Got one on both sides, so got 2 more nuts. They look like somewhere around the same size as some of the other ones. I'll leave that one for you guys to figure out. Alright, that should be it. A whole lot of finagling. Need a little step up to get in under here for those 2 stupid ass 15 mil bolts. I definitely used some PB blaster. This one was pretty clear cut and dry. For the one on the other side, though, I came up under with my wrench and pretty much got it loose with a wrench, and then with 2 extensions and a swivel head, I was able to loosen it the rest of the way. And this is a bracket that goes up under. These are what the nuts come out. And then also, don't forget, you're gonna have to disconnect your shift linkage to your transmission. Looks like some kind of clip held it on that apparently broke. I'll have to, looks like it's just supposed to be a cotter pin though, so I got plenty of cotter pins laying around. I'll just throw a cotter pin in there, it should be good. Alright, let's see what happens now. This mofo should just kind of come right out. Oh, well, there's some wiring still attached, but yeah, shit. This thing's just gonna come right out now. Alright, well, hope this helps some of you. If not, oh well, I don't care. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I was going to explain myself, but I figured it'd just be easier to talk about it in a video. Doing a steering column swap in the old 84 K20, my plow truck. Thing's got a lot of bugs and issues, but this is one of the biggest ones. So the donor column come out of, led to believe it's a mid-70s. Everything went smooth, no problem, no big deal. So after it's all said and done, the plugs, the electrical was a little bit different, so I swapped it out of the old one onto the new one, and everything lined up and everything. But now we got this problem. You turn the key counterclockwise towards you to remove the key. That now starts the truck. And going forward, how you would normally, doesn't do nothing. Can't get the key out because you gotta come that way to take the key out. Anyone know what the hell's going on here? Imagine I might have to swap tumblers. I'd rather not do that, but I mean, everything plugged up the same. Tumbler only goes one way, I imagine, right? Whoop, I don't want to do that. Well, at least it starts. I mean, I ain't got no problem. The truck ain't going nowhere except my house. The thing ain't freaking roadworthy anytime soon, so I ain't got no problem trying to anyone steal my truck, but I don't have a problem leaving the key in it. Just, this ain't right. Don't want to kill my battery either. I'm wondering if this is going to be a power drain. Okay. So here's what I'm talking about. Turn the key. See the connecting rod up here, pushes away from you. Here's the old column. When you turn the key, it pulls towards you. Ain't that some bullshit? Well, whatever.